Are you gonna fight me while we're at work? Because if you're gonna fight me while we're at work, good. Because I hated this job anyway. It's good. Let's get it cracking, baby. But trust and believe, I don't think that you're gonna come out on the winning end. She gon' strip it down for a thug, yeah. Run around till she got the buzz, yeah. 5 shots in, she in love now. Pull up, shut the club down. Hey, it's your girl Kalisha. I'm back with another video, and today I'm coming at y'all with taking my hair out and I'm telling a couple of stories, baby. It's a 2-in-1, so get into it. Before I start this video, because I'm not gonna ramble too much at the beginning, but I happen to check my analytics, and 70% of y'all that watch my channel not subscribed. So y'all might want to hit that button, baby, and turn on that bell, because we popping over here. Period. But anyways, so yeah, while I take these braids out, I'm gonna be talking to y'all, telling y'all a little story. Today is a video on 2 times. This is just 2 instances. Trust me, there's more. But 2 times when I didn't mind my business, and it got me not necessarily in trouble, but like into, well, I didn't got in trouble for not minding my business before too, haven't we all? But it's been instances where I never minded my business, and like I didn't got into it with people, and it was like unnecessary. So this first one is gonna take place my senior year, but what, a month before we graduated. Yeah, it has to be a month because it was prom season. So if y'all didn't know, I'm sorry if I'm not looking at y'all, and I hope y'all can hear me good. But so my senior year, I barely went to school. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to make sure I'm not cutting my hair. I barely went to school. Yeah, my mom would fuss at me all the time. I just barely went to school. I missed so many days, so I almost couldn't walk for graduation. When you miss too many days, I think, so that they have like 180 days in the school year. I missed, I think she said 70 days of school, and I don't think that was including my TARDIS, because I was late all the time. But anyways, so yeah, I missed a lot of school, so I couldn't go to prom. So I didn't go to prom. I didn't really care. I was over school. I hated it. I was doing bad in my classes, to be honest. And yeah, I was just oh, by the way, I'm sorry. This gonna be kind of nasty, because you know you have build up. Number one, I told you I already have dry skin, so I get a lot of dandruff. So this build up is about to be nasty. But anyways, so I didn't go to prom. Didn't really care. Was failing my classes. And yeah, I didn't really care. My family was like, "You're not going to prom?" I was like, "No," and I can't. So anyways, so this class I had, backstory my senior year, I had my second semester was, I went half days. We had blocks, like we had 4 classes the first semester, get out, and then the second semester 4 different classes. So the first semester, I mean the second, of course it was the second semester because it was like time for graduation. And second semester, I only had half a day. So I went to school for the first 2 blocks, and then when it was like time for my lunch, because I had first lunch, when it was time for my lunch, I just went home. I didn't have a car at the time. I didn't get my car till like a month after I graduated. So I called him my stepdad. Him and my mama wasn't together at the time, but I love him so much, and he loved us, of course. And he would pick me up from school every day, like, and then I had to work after school, so he would pick me up, take me, go home to change, and then drop me to work. So he was a blessing. My second class, I had failed chemistry, so I had to I used to take honors classes, y'all, but when I stopped caring about school, I was like, whatever. So my second, I had failed chemistry, and I had to retake a different science or whatever. So that science was like a bunch of other people that failed chemistry too. So we was all in that science. Most of us were seniors. Some of them was underclassmen. Like some of them was freshmen in that class. That class, we would just talk, clown. All we did in there was clown. The teacher, she would fuss sometimes, but all we did was clown, laugh, joke. And the people that I was in that class with, I didn't really have friends. Definitely my senior year, I didn't like have friends really at all. So the people that I was in that class with, I knew before, because like we took classes together and maybe we used to be cool, but they weren't my friends or nothing like that. So except for Renee, but me and Renee weren't friends at that time because me and her had fell out at the beginning of junior year. We never really became back friends till after we graduated. Instead of doing work, all we did was talk. So after prom, which really the seniors was about to leave anyways, it's like we was finishing up work if we needed to pass our extra work or stuff like that, or turn in stuff that we didn't already turn in. So everybody was just talking regardless. Everybody was just sitting around talking, and they was talking about dresses and prom dresses. And just long story short about Renee, she couldn't go to prom either, because if I missed 70 days, she probably missed 100. She barely went to school too. Like, we was just over it senior year. So we was all sitting around. Well, it was a lot of us. They was at my table. It was a science class, so the science classes is in tables instead of desks. So my table was the back table, and most of the time the loudest table. So we was at the back, and instead of listening to what the woman was saying, we was all talking about prom and what people wore to prom and this and that, just talking. So we was all sitting in the back talking about that or whatever. Everybody was talking. They talk about, oh, this one wore to prom, or that one wore to prom, who went with who, da-da-da. So we was all talking about it. I was like, yeah, I didn't go, all buku of us. So long story short, they brought up this girl that I used to be cool with in elementary school. Like, I've been around her since elementary school. Me and her was cool in elementary school. But then, she was always kind of fake. And they have some people that's like, oh, they friends with you, but then when they not around you, they be talking about you. That's the kind of person she was. So I always kept her at arm's reach. Me and her wasn't really friends since like the 3rd grade, because that's when I realized she was kind of wishy-washy, when we got to like 4th grade and stuff like that. And then I think she left my elementary school. But anyway, so we had middle school. I didn't like her. I didn't dislike her, but I wasn't cool with her. I didn't like her friends specifically while we was in middle school. So we never talked. High school, never really talked. We had biology together, 10th grade year. And just being honest about the girl, she was she was small, like she lived in the projects or whatever, but I mean, nothing wrong with that. I lived in a project for a little while, nothing wrong with that at all. So I'm not bashing her or nothing for that, but she had like a bad little attitude. She fought a lot or whatever, but she wasn't them type, girls that have bad attitudes that just always want to fight and just always nasty attitude. I'm not going to put that on her. They had something like that, but she wasn't like that. She was like a person that really laughed and liked to clown around a lot, but she would get mad fast or whatever and then fight, whatever. But she wouldn't like one of the ones like, oh, I want to just stay away from her because she always just have an attitude and ready to fight. That wasn't her. And I don't like to, in my stories, I don't like to make it always look like I'm the victim, because, sometimes like in these stories, I should have just minded my business. Let me put this up. So, anyways, that's the girl that who dress they ended up bringing up. So when it came to her dress, she wore this, I don't even want to say what color it is. I'm gonna say a purple dress, because I'm just not even trying to whatever. I just really don't care at this point. I'm gonna say she had on a purple dress, her and her boyfriend. Now me not thinking, which I don't care anyways, because I always been the type to just say what I wanted. Her boyfriend was in my biology class, and I forgot, like, because he used to sit at my table, but we used to talk and clown so much. When he would try to get his work done, he would go sit at a different table. So I forgot he was in there, which like I said, I didn't care. So they brought up her dress, and I was like, oh yeah, they was cute or whatever, but I was like, I did not like her dress. I was like, that dress, because the dress had shoulder pads, and I don't like shoulder pads, period. Like, it looked like a football player. So I made a comment, and I was like, I don't really like her dress. I said, them shoulder pads make her look like a linebacker. So her boyfriend, people was, and I'm telling you, I'm not the only one that was saying that. Other people was laughing, other people was talking about it. Her boyfriend walk to the back and was like, yeah, people running him out. But he didn't say it specifically. He was just walking around us, our table. And he was like, yeah, people want to run him off by my girl. I don't play by my girl, da-da-da-da-da-da, saying it like that. So I'm like, I looked at him and I was like, I forgot. And everybody else was like, quiet, like silent, dumb quiet. So I was like, whatever. And the whole time I was like laughing, because it was like only 10 minutes left to class at that point. And so he was like, yeah, you want to talk about my girl, da-da-da. But he wasn't saying it to me. He was just walking around saying it. So I was just like, whatever. I was like, oh well. And somebody had whispered to me and was like, oh, da da da. I'm like, I don't care. What are you gonna do? Like, I don't care. Like, okay, yeah, I was talking about you, girl. So I was just like laughing or whatever. I laughed it off. I ain't tell him nothing. Soon as the class ended, like I said, that was my, well, I didn't say, but that was my second block. After that class, it was like lunch, but I wouldn't even stay for lunch. I would just go home because that class ended at 10:30, and most days I would have to be to work for like 11 or 11:30. I was waiting for my ride, but I had to wait in the cafeteria because I just waited in the cafeteria because he wouldn't mail yet to get me, so I was just waiting for him or whatever. So I went stand up and talked to a few people. They weren't my friends either, but there's just a few people I was talking to. And she walked up to me. And she came up to me. Me and her was about the same height. Like I'm 5'2", she probably like 5'2", 5. We about the same height. But she like tiny. She like real skinny. And size don't, I'm gonna just say this, size don't mean nothing. You could beat, it could be a little tiny person, and a tiny person will beat you up, and you could be big as a house. Trust. So you never underestimate nobody for size. So I really don't care. I didn't feel like, whatever. I just was like, okay, like what? So she come try to check me. So she walked up and she like, I heard you was saying something about my dress. I was like, yeah. That's exactly what I said. I was like, yeah. She was like, well, what happened? What about my dress? And I said I didn't like it. That's all I said or whatever. So I was like, I said I didn't like it. She was like, keep my name out your mouth. You need to keep my name out your mouth. Da, da, da. And I'm like, girl, whatever. So as she doing that, and you know, nobody want to fight towards the end of the year because I got into it with somebody towards the end of the year. Well, a couple of people towards the end of the year, my senior year, because I was just over school and I ain't had no friends, like I said. So I had, it was like, whatever. So she was kind of like bucking. I'm like, what? Like, what? Like, girl, don't even try it. Like, whatever. Like I said, don't underestimate. But at the end of the day, girl, trust me, it could happen. Like, period. It really don't matter. So I'm like, she was like, keep my name out your mouth. So as she walking off, somebody came and pulled her back, and I was like, and if I don't, because like, girl, you're not about to come check me, sweetheart. Who are you, Miss Baby? Like, who is you? So she was like, what? And the girl was holding her back. The girl was, this girl that was holding her back, she had a girlfriend. And matter of fact, the girl who came to check me, her and her girlfriend had on basically the exact same dress. So she started saying something, and I'm like, girl, what's up? Like, what you gonna do? Like, girl, bye. Like, none of them did nothing. They was all in a group over there, like at the other side of the cafeteria laughing. One of them had shouted something. I forgot what it was, but I was like, what's up? What you gonna do? Because that's who I really wanted. I could not stand her friend, her gay friend. I did not like that girl at all. They had another gay one that was in the class, but me and her were kind of like laugh and talk. She was kind of cool, but she was faker than persons, baby. And I ain't like her either. So after that, she was trying to talk to me. Matter of fact, like last year, she tried to send me a request on Facebook. Like, bro, are we cool? Like, baby, we's not friends. Like, so I just deleted it, declined it or whatever. So yeah, after that, it was like a little beef thing. I cut my hair. I just cut a little bit of it. Oh well. It was like a little beef thing or whatever. But so me and Renee ended up getting into it kind of behind it, because I felt like Renee just automatically took Bayside, because the next day in class, Renee didn't tell me nothing, baby, but she was talking to them. So I'm like, girl, number one, me and you been friends longer. Number two, them girls talk about you, and they really did talk about her. But it was like, oh, whatever thing, like I didn't care. So I'm just like, whatever. So I saw, because like everybody would be on their phone in class, I saw on Facebook that Renee had posted big nose, big get the F, big nose, something like that, like a little slang. Still to this day, she said it wasn't for me. I'm cool with Renee to this day. Like, that's my only friend, really. But she was like, big nose, that I was saying something. So I'm like, I commented on it. I'm like, yeah, you saying that and posting on Facebook, but you're in class right across from me. So like, what's the deal? So I commented that, and then right after that, I just got off. I was like, I just went off on her at that point. But like, girl, and I was like fussing, and I kind of like stood up, but I wouldn't really go into her because we, number one, we know where each other live. We stayed right down the street from each other, like I told y'all in another video. And two, baby, graduation was coming up. It's a blessing that I was allowed to walk for graduation. So definitely not about to happen. So I ended up just going to the office, and I ended up going home a little bit earlier than I would normally go home. But that's it. I didn't even get in trouble. But moral of the story is, I was talking to people that I didn't really like. So this is not even necessarily I should have minded my business one, but it kind of is, because I was really talking and inputting into their conversation, even though they was like talking to me and asking me and stuff too. Like, but I should have really just minded my business and never talked to them at all, because in all honesty, none of them really liked me, and I didn't really like them. And it's not like a dislike thing, but like we wasn't friends. Like, so why am I even conversating with y'all? Like, but anyways, so yeah, that was that situation. It was just drama. It was like a beef thing for the rest of the year. Even though we only had a month left of school, it was just unnecessary drama and unnecessary beef. And I already hated school, and the school year was ending, so it was just pointless and unnecessary. And then that's genuinely like, I didn't talk to really nobody but a few. Or no, I lied. I talked to a few people, like, yeah, a few people. I lied. I had a few people that I talked to, but we wasn't really friends. I didn't have friends. But yeah, so that's that situation, and that could have been avoided, because even if I felt that way about her dress, I didn't have to say it, number one. And you know how girls take their prom dress is serious. So yeah, I didn't have to say that. And number two, I was talking to her, like about her dress to people I don't like, and I knew that her friends, like, even regardless if I forgot her boyfriend was in there, I knew her friends was in there. So of course he was gonna get back to her, and I mean, I just didn't care. Like, it was a whatever thing to me. But you know, it could have been avoided. Like whatever. Story number two happened. Now this happened after I graduated. So like, I worked at McDonald's from the time I was 16 to a month before I was turning 19. So yeah, I quit a month before I turned 19. That's crazy. Yeah, so McDonald's was my first job, y'all. And no lie, that job had ups and downs. It was aggravating. It was fun. It's just our first job, and I stayed over there for a long time. I'm one to keep jobs though for a while. Like, well, I got another story time to tell y'all about my worst job. So no, I'm not gonna say I want to keep jobs for a long time. But anyways, so yeah, I worked at McDonald's, and like I said, I worked over there for two years. When I first started working over there, I hated it. They barely gave me hours, and the type of person I am, I was shy. I'm still shy, like I said, when I first meet people, but I was shy, so they wouldn't really give me hours. So they're like, why I'm gonna give you hours and you're not really talking? Like, it's customer service. You gotta be kind of like, you know, kind of talkative, kind of friendly. This happened, it's probably my second year working now. No, because I quit. I graduated in May, and I quit in October, and this happened after I graduated. So this was like May, June, not long after graduation. So this girl that I went to school with, matter of fact, me and her birthday right by each other, matter of fact. This other girl, I'm sorry. This other girl that I knew that worked over there, I became kind of close with her. I'm still friends with her on Facebook. I'm gonna give her the name of Lisa. Lisa was just hilarious, and it was me. I'm gonna say his real name, Dante, because that's still my dog to this day. And Lisa and Jasmine, of course, I love Jasmine too. Jasmine worked at McDonald's. I'm cool with her. That's her real name, but so me, Dante, and Jasmine sometimes when she was there, but Jasmine was kind of like more of a quiet person. Like, I felt like I got more Jasmine personality when it was just me and Jasmine, or just me, Jasmine, and Dante, because she wasn't really open or whatever like that. And I understand, like, forget them. Like, I didn't really like them either, so I understand why she wasn't open much. So, and I'm not talking about the people in the story. I'm talking about like just the people that worked at that place. This story, I don't want to get into too much of the story because I don't want to defame nobody character. I'm gonna say allegedly. So allegedly she was messing around. They had this old man, nasty old man, that used to come every day, like every single day over there, and he would like give them girls money and stuff like that, and stuff like, you know. And so it was allegedly, And I really don't even think that she was messing with that man, but he used to give her a lot of money. This girl, I'm gonna give her, it was this girl, and I never had problems with her. I always thought she was pretty. She was just a year older than me. And her name, I'm gonna give her the name of Diana. So Diana, she used to be talking to that man all the time. He loved her. Like, that was his number one, period. Like, every time he came over there, he was looking for Diana. So he would give Diana buku money all the time, allegedly. And people were saying, which I don't even really believe, that they was messing around. And Lisa would tell me some stuff, because Lisa and Diane had fell out. And Lisa would tell me some stuff like, oh yeah, I saw hickeys on her neck when she came back from around him, stuff like that. So I was like, whatever. So one day, me and Lisa was kind of like in the back talking about it. Not really talking about it, but I'm like, we is kind of talk about it in the break room. And how it was, the break room was right across from when you're standing in the back drive-through part where you accept the money and stuff at. So where they pay for it or whatever. Lisa telling me all of this and all of that. And the girl that was listening was a girl that I was cool with. Me and her would be by each other at school every single morning because we worked together and stuff like that. So we got extra cool, like extra close or whatever. And I liked her. And me and her, our birthday was like a day apart. Like literally, we was born a day apart. But so it had came to my attention after that. She went tell, and I didn't believe it at that point when Lisa told me that girl went tell Denise, I can give her name, Diane. She went to tell Diane that we was talking about her or whatever. So I'm like, no, she wouldn't do that. She's like, I'm telling you, who else would have went and tell her that? And I'm like, no, I don't believe she would do that or whatever. Giving her the benefit of the doubt, but looking back, I mean, not looking back, I know for sure 100% that she did tell me now. So anyways, getting on with the story, that happened. But me and Lisa never had me and Diane never had a problem. Like, we was still, I worked at morning shifts. I wanted to work strictly mornings, like after I graduated, because I hated like evening shifts. Like, why would I want to go to work 2 to 11? That's my whole day. So I wanted morning shifts, so I would go most of the time either at 7 or 5 in the morning. So Diane, I keep forgetting her name. Diane, she would work a lot in the morning too. Sometimes in the evening, but most of the time in the morning. She was kind of like a secondary manager. They had like the main managers, the secondary manager, and then it was, the crew people. So she was kind of like a secondary manager or whatever. She would be there, and it was like I would talk with her and laugh with her. Like, we used to do a lot of clowning and laughing and talking around. Like, it wasn't no problem. But so I don't know what happened with this girl. I was about to give her a name it probably was her real name. So I'm gonna give her the name of Sarah, because her real name is like a common name. So I think her real name is like a common name. Regardless, her name in the story is gonna be Sarah. It was this new girl. She worked over there for a little while. Got into it with one of the managers. Her mama ended up coming over there. This and that, whatever. She ended up quitting or getting fired. One of them. I think she quit though. The new girl, Sarah, was real close with Diane, and I didn't know or whatever. So, like I said, her mama, I didn't tell you regardless. Her mama ended up coming, getting into it with the manager, this and that happened, whatever. So she ended up like quitting or something like that. So she was talking about Lisa, the one that I was real cool with. And I'm like, she was like, I'ma slap the F out of Lisa. I'ma beat her up. I'm tired of her, that messy fat B. And she wasn't even like fat. She was a little bit bigger. She lost a lot of weight right now. Actually, she not fat at all now. But she was like, I'ma slap the F. You know, when a small girl, you just a little bit bigger than her, and then you're fat in that situation. Because I'm fat. Lisa wasn't fat, and Lisa definitely not fat now. But she's like, I'ma slap the F out of that fat B. And I'm like, no. So I go back on my break and I text Lisa and tell her that girl, like, she go slap and this was word of mouth, cause I would never when the girl said that. I had got that after all the situation happened. So I go in the back and I text Lisa and tell her what homegirl said. That she was like, who was that? And I'm like, yeah, Diana and them. Lisa, like I said, Lisa and Diana used to be cool. Lisa goes to check Diana. She texts her and check her and like, yeah, da da da. And she was like, can I say your name? And I'm like, I don't care. If I'm speaking facts, you can say my name. I really don't care because I'm not one to lie. Regardless, I don't care. And I'm not scary, so go ahead and say my name. I don't care. Sorry, I had to comb that out off camera. But so she checks Diana or whatever, and whatever, she sent me the screenshots and she's like, yeah, because Kalisha told me. So when she checks her, she brings it to Diane as in if Diane is talking about her. So I told her, I'm like, no, I didn't say that was Diane that was talking about you. I said it was that new girl, Sarah. She was like, oh, or whatever. So she checked and she was like, and tell Sarah that she bought it like that. And so clearly Diane knew that it was me that told her. So a couple of days after that, I'm working morning shift or whatever. I had came at 5 that morning. Diane ended up coming in at like 8 o'clock. Well, as soon as she got there, she came, I was to the front, and she came to me, and she was like, soon as she got there, she was like, and she wasn't them type of girls like that. Like, she wasn't like, oh, a fighter. Well, I didn't know her that well, but she was just a pretty girl. She had pretty eyes. She was a pretty girl. She had hair, me and her had just about the same hair texture. She would always wear her curly hair out or whatever. And, you know, everybody, to me, there's no such thing as good hair. But, you know, everybody, when you wear your curly natural hair, people are like, oh, my goodness, you have such good hair. So she would be one of those girls that people qualify as having good hair, even though I don't believe there's such thing as good hair. Because 4C hair is good hair also. Anyways, so I always thought that she was a pretty girl. And she had a pretty name, actually. Like, her real name is like a pretty name. It's not really 100% unique, but it's like a pretty name. I liked it. So she came in and she was like, you have, no, she wasn't even rowdy. She was like, she wasn't rowdy at all. She was like, you have something to say? And I'm like, what happened? Because she was supposed to go and check the manager also. But she was like, you have something to say? And I'm like, no, you have something to say? And she like, well, because I heard that you was talking about me, and this is not my first time hearing that you was talking about me. I'm going to give her the name of Danny. Danny told me, Danny then told me that she heard you and Lisa talk about me before. And I'm like, ooh, that's the guy I was cool with, that I told y'all that I didn't think that she the one that went back and tell Lisa that we was talking about her. I mean, Diana, we was talking about her. But it was. Trust, don't tell nothing don't be talking about nobody to nobody, because trust, you may think somebody is loyal, they 100% not. But regardless, I didn't care anyways. You know, like, girl, okay, are you gonna beat me up? Like, what? Like, I'm not scared. But no, so it wasn't even like that. So she was like, because y'all was talking about me, and I'm doing it the most because she wasn't even like too rowdy. But she was like, I don't know why y'all minding my business. I'm like, number one, I don't care about your business. And I'm just like, the whole time she's talking to me, I'm laughing because, girl, you're not going to do nothing. Are you going to fight me while we're at work? Because if you're going to fight me while we're at work, good. Because I hated this job anyway. It's good. Let's get it cracking, baby. But trust and believe, I don't think that you're going to come out on the winning end. And it's nothing against her, because I think that she's a beautiful girl. And still to this day, me and her never really liked each other, but I still think that she's a beautiful girl, period. So what happened? So after she so say check me, she came and clocked on, and she was in the front or whatever, and she was like, yeah, because people always want to run their mouth. I'm like, girl, nobody run their mouth about you. I'm like, what you want to do something? Like, what's up? What do you want to do something? I was in the back fixing not in the back, I was like right behind her fixing a drink, and she was right in front of me playing with the like bags or whatever. And I'm like, what? Like, what's up? Like, do you want to do something? And she like never answered me at all. She had little friends after that. A few of her friends that were so say close with me stopped talking to me, which I really didn't care. I couldn't care less. So yeah, that happened. Dante was there. But Dante was in the back, but he was laughing, and he saw the whole time that she was so say checking me. I was like laughing, like, girl, I'm laughing in your face. So she ain't answered me back, like she didn't want to do nothing. So yeah, she was like, oh, and by the way, Sarah said she want to fight you because you minded her business. You should have minded your business. I'm like, well, baby, tell Sarah come up here, baby. Tell Sarah come up here. She like, she work at this place. I'm like, no, what do I look like going to her job? Tell her come on. She wants to fight me. Tell her come over here. Did Sarah ever come up there to touch, put a finger on Kalisha. Never, baby. But so it was like a whatever thing. It was just drama, mess. I stopped talking to, what did I name this girl? The one that was my friend. I just gave her a name and forgot it already. Danny. I stopped talking to Danny. Well, I did still kind of talk to Danny. When me and Danny was not close at all, I stopped going by her in the mornings for school, even though she was like really one of the only people I talked to in the morning. Because I'm like, dang, bro, like, I don't expect you to have too much loyalty for me, but you're fake. And yeah, that situation kind of like died down, and the girl, Diane, never really talked to me after that. After that, me and Lisa was still cool. Dante, Jasmine, that was just my rounds. That's the only people I liked and talked to at that job, and that's it. They had maybe a couple of people in the kitchen, like boys I talked to, but that's it. Like I ain't had. Well, Dante is a boy, of course, but Dante didn't work in the kitchen. He worked in the front with us, but yeah, that was it. The whole situation could have been avoided because what really like Diane really didn't bring no pressure. She wouldn't like that, but well, I'm not gonna say she wouldn't like that, but she ain't bring it to me, so it wasn't nothing. But it was like aggravating. It wasn't really aggravating because a lot of people's like all the time I didn't work. They didn't want me working by Dante because that's all we did was clown. Every time me and Dante was by each other, they moved us from by each other because that's all we did was clown. Same thing with Lisa. Me and her couldn't be around each other. All we did was clown. And me and Jasmine, they would let us work together because Jasmine is quiet. Me and Jasmine would clown, but we wouldn't be as loud as I would be with Lisa and Dante. So I would still work by her. But when Jasmine went in there, like all the other people I used to talk to and clown with, the co-workers that I just really didn't even fully care for, not necessarily not care for, but that I talked to, but we wouldn't nothing but just co-workers, like whatever. They all started acting a little shady and fake because, you know, I guess they was cool with her first, so that's where they learned to act. But yeah, it just made the work environment not even really uncomfortable because I couldn't care less if the whole world wasn't talking to me because period. Like, it don't matter, baby. Kalicia's still gonna come in. Kalicia's still gonna be Kalisha, period. But it was kind of aggravating because like the managers, like I said, she was like a little middle manager. The higher managers was kind of like, well, a couple of them, not all of them. A couple of them was showing because like she was real close with this other white manager that we had, and she was just friends with everybody. But she started acting different towards me, I felt like. And sometimes when the girl went there, she'd be like, Kalisha, that's how she talked. But then when the girl was there, she was like, you know, shaded and like, don't expect me to talk to you and laugh and smile in your face. And that's how all of them was really. When she wouldn't them, they trying to laugh with me, they trying to joke with me, especially when me and Dante was talking, because me and Dante was some funny people. When me and Dante was talking, they wanted to get in and laugh with us, but baby, you're not talking to me. Don't talk to me. And that's just how I started feeling. I started feeling that same pressure with everybody, because why are you talking to me when she not here, but when she here, you is crickets. Like, you not even really looking me all the way in my face. Like forget you. So yeah, that's what it was, and it was a lot of that. So they was still, the people at the job would still talk to me and try to clown me when she wouldn't have. But I'm the type to, well, if you can't talk to me all the time, don't try to talk to me at all. So it was a lot of, I just didn't mess with none of them no more. So it made the work. It wasn't even uncomfortable for me. It was just like I kept everybody at an arm's reach. I was just only cool with Lisa at the time and Dante and Jasmine and one other boy that I worked with in the kitchen. I'm not gonna put his name in here, but he was hilarious also. But yeah, that's just how the situation went. It was a lot of mess, a lot of stupid stuff that I could have avoided, like just situations that didn't even have to go down, but it's whatever, you know. Everybody got their little stuff when they're a little messy every once in a while, and I was a little messy, and I could have just minded my business and stayed out of the trouble, but especially the second situation, but oh well, whatever. So yeah, that's just what it was. And yeah, I was wrong, and kind of like them situations, I'm never one to be like, oh, everybody just wronged me, because I'm gonna say when I'm wrong, period, because I mean, nobody perfect. So yeah, that's the stories, that's the situations. I'm gonna kind of like speed it up of me taking these braids out. So Okay, I'm back. I look like the Supremes, Dream Girls, Power to the People. I don't know, but my hair is out of these braids. I know it's all over the place. It look a mess. Anyways, so love y'all. Thank y'all for watching. Y'all gotta watch the video full. And if you're not subscribed, baby, what is you doing? Follow my Instagram at thug.nasty, period. And subscribe to my channel, like, you know, cause why be here and not subscribe? Why be here and not like? Make sure you turn on post notifications, period. Period. Now it's time to go wash my hair and get myself together for tomorrow. So I love y'all. I'll see y'all in the next video. Thank y'all so much for watching, and yeah, bye. See y'all next video.